All right, Wayne Allyn Root with the great Bill O'Reilly, #1 in cable news for 16 straight years, and we got him right here on the Wayne Allyn Root Show. Very proud to have him on with us. Bill O'Reilly. Tell you right now, they were the nicest kids I ever met in my life. We all like girls. Nobody was involved in gang rapes or gang rape parties or raping women or attempted rape of women. This is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. What say you?
Well, I asked a very brilliant attorney to analyze the complaint that Avenatti put forth this morning. And it's very carefully worded not to accuse Brett Kavanaugh of any crime. So that's number one. So the press misreports, you know how they are, Wayne. They ratchet up the hysteria. But in the actual sworn affidavit, there's no crime that the woman's accusing Kavanaugh of. It's basically he was present at 10 parties. Now, let's stop right there. If you are a teenage girl and you know there is a crime, gang rape, being committed at a party, do you go 10 times to the party and not tell anyone? And all of the women involved, the victims of the alleged crime, do they not tell anyone? So nobody says anything after 10 parties where a punch is spiked with alcohol, allegedly, and Quaaludes are used, allegedly. No parent notices their kids are intoxicated. Nothing is said 10 times. You know, Judge Kavanaugh denies everything and used the word Twilight Zone. I mean, I think the Twilight Zone might be appropriate here. So I don't know what happened. You don't know what happened. No, right. Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say she graduated. The year she graduated would make her 3 years older than Brett Kavanaugh. So she was a college-age adult attending high school gang rape parties, and Brett Kavanaugh would have been 15 or 16. It's ludicrous.
Again, I do not believe any of these allegations against Judge Kavanaugh could make it into any civil or criminal court. My analysis is there is not enough evidence to get any of these things into a legal proceeding. But the court of public opinion is what's in play. As soon as his third allegation was made public on The View by Stormy Daniels' attorney, the leader of the Democratic Party, Charles Schumer, came out and said, oh, Kavanaugh has to withdraw, thereby signaling that he believes the third accuser, Avenatti, Charles Schumer, minority leader in the Senate, believes all of it and discounts Judge Kavanaugh's denial. So I'm saying to myself, what has happened to our two-party system? We have one party now, and believe me, I'm a registered independent. I'm not a party apparatchik of any kind. We have one party now where there's no due process, and the leadership is actually saying, you know, we believe all of this. No matter how many red flags are raised, we believe it. But the rest of the Democratic Party, the rest of the senators and representatives, do you hear them raising any questions, Wayne? Do you hear anybody in the Democratic Party raising any questions? I don't hear
None.
it. So I'm saying to myself, is this the end? Is this the end of the Democratic Party? Because if this stuff is shown to be false, does the Democratic Party survive? Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, I live here in Las Vegas, and I live 1 block away. My neighbor a block away is Harry Reid, the former Senate Majority Leader, who I seem to remember said with a straight face, Mitt Romney didn't pay his taxes, I heard from a very good source. Then admitted after the fact, after Romney lost, he lied. There was no good source. He made it up. So you can't believe anything that the minority leader or the majority leader of the Democratic Party says. Nothing.
I think there's a difference between politics, whereas you accurately portrayed, the truth is very rare, and trying to destroy a human being. So we're at the level now where a human being is being destroyed. Brett Kavanaugh. 3 women have come forth with stories that Kavanaugh says are absolutely false. We know politics is involved. Obviously, the Democrats on the left don't want him on the Supreme Court. We understand that's the underwriting motivation. We don't know what happened in any of those cases, but there, as I just said, there are so many red flags here that you just can't believe the alleged victim. It's impossible for any rational, fair-minded person to say, you went to 10 parties where gang rapes were going? You went to 10 of them and said nothing to anyone? It's impossible.
And why did she keep going back? I don't know. Just strange stuff. All right, let's move to second topic. Rod Rosenstein, going to the White House tomorrow to meet with Trump on the same day as the Kavanaugh hearing. Does that make any sense?
No. President Trump should be watching those hearings, and so should Rod Rosenstein. Maybe they'll meet early in the morning. Their hearings begin at 10. But certainly I want my president and second in command of the Justice Department to watch what happens here, because I think the Justice Department is going to have to get involved in this one way or the other. If these charges are false, I think people have to go to prison. I do. If the women accusing Judge Kavanaugh are proved to be liars, they have to go to jail, and so do the lawyers representing them. If Judge Kavanaugh has perjured himself, he has to go to prison. Somebody has to go to prison, because this is destroying the fabric of our country. So the president and the second in command of the Justice Department should be watching what happens tomorrow.
All right, wisdom from Bill O'Reilly. Good stuff. Bill, thanks for coming on again. As always, we appreciate all your opinions.
See you soon, Wayne.